Hey y'all, Manny here, and today I'm gonna be reviewing the Lego Marvel Studios Spider-Man No Way Home set. It's set number 76185, Spider-Man at the Sanctum Workshop. It has 355 pieces, it's for ages 7 and up, it includes 4 minifigures, and retailed for $39.99, which came out October of this year, I wanna say. But with that out of the way, let's get on with the minifigures. Of course, since it's a Spider-Man set, it's best to focus on Spider-Man and this suit, which kind of looks like his Iron Spider suit combined with his Far From Home suit, which looks pretty nice. It has like a gold trim, which helps make it light up when there's like light put on it. It also has some dual molded legs, which is pretty neat. Looking on the back for a second, like I said, similar design to the Iron Spider suit. No arm printing, which kind of sucks, but hey, I guess this is what you gotta work with what you have. The face is the same one from the Marvel What If Spider-Man, specifically the Zombie Hunter Spider-Man. You can tell that it's the same face, putting them next to each other. They reused it, which works. Personally, I liked his old head from 2017, but like I said, you gotta work with what you have. Looking on the back again for the head, it's the same. And I gotta say, it's pretty good too. I really enjoy it. He also comes with these web blasters, as I like to call them, that you can put on his arms, which are pretty useful to have. Basically, you have this arrangement of pieces that you can use. You can swap those out for this. So you can have it looking like that if you want to. Or you could do something like this. And have him like doing that. The choice is yours, you know. Do as you wish. There's also this piece, which I think it's a really cool piece, but should be used in specific sets, where you can basically have someone holding them, and it looks like that. So it's like Spider-Man cuffed them up in the webs, which is pretty cool, but I don't like how they come in like most Spider-Man sets, you know? It should be used for specific sets, not every single Spider-Man set. Here we have his, Spider-Man's love interest, pretty much, or his girlfriend at this point, MJ, which is basically not an exclusive minifigure to this set. I forgot to say that with the other Spider-Man, but most of the minifigures are exclusive, except for this one, because it's just a reuse of pieces. Because that head has been in a different set, and has been used for Makari, for the Eternal sets. But ignoring that for a second. Her hair is dark brown Wonder Woman hair, I believe, which works for her pretty well. As you saw, the face is pretty simple, but works for her character. She's got a more scowling expression, with a torso that I believe is from Harry Potter, specifically Ron Weasley, but I could be wrong on that, who knows. And plain black legs, which it's a normal minifigure. It's not supposed to be anything special, so it works. It's just kind of tiring to see that in almost like every superhero set, but that's a complaint for a different time. It's a pretty good minifigure, to be honest. It's reusing a lot of pieces, but it works. Finally, we have Doctor Strange and Wong, and I decided to put them together since they're both sorcerers, because why not? So, focusing on Doctor Strange for a second, it's an all-new minifigure, different from the 2017 one, 2017-2018. Right here, you could tell the differences are huge in many ways. More specifically, that cape. And what I mean by that is that using the What If Spider-Man, for example, this is the old cape that Doctor Strange used to have, and this is the new one that he's been using now, which looks way better. Because if you don't know, this old cape came in two pieces, which was kind of annoying to take on and off because, you know, it's a magical cape. I'm not going to bother putting that back on. But they made this new rubber piece that works really well. I love it so much. It's really cool. It's like stuck in this motion where it looks like it's flying by itself. And it's easy to put on a minifigure. So you don't have to take off the head. You could just slide it right in, which is pretty cool. Focusing on the minifigure for a second. New hairpiece with like these gray lines to show that he's much older. The slick back hair first introduced with the Superman sets from 2016. New facial expression with him like cocking his eyebrow up, and a more angrier expression, pissed off at Peter for what he did, basically starting the multiverse. Which it's a weird face. Personally, I like the one from 2018 slightly better, but this still works. The torso's pretty neat. It has like that kind of cartoon detail, if you will, where it's not like super detailed, but it has like all that color that looks really nice. It's probably my favorite Doctor Strange suit. He has the Eye of Agamotto in the middle, which is weird, but I guess he just like wanted to have the item again. Some belt buckling in brown. It's hard to tell in the legs, but there's some blue on it with some black. No do molding, but it's just printed on. Taking off to keep the look on the back side. It's the same printing from the front, of course. And it's a pretty good minifigure. And of course, not forgetting Wong. This is our first Wong in the set because the only Wong we got was from this Bricktober pack that is really hard to get nowadays. I've tried to, but it's $100 that I'm not willing to spend. And it's even more exclusive because it has the yellow jacket from the trailers. Because the Sanctum place is all snowy for whatever reason. So he's using a brand new face for Wong, which I think works. I think it's nice. Reminds me of Terrence Howard, aka the first War Machine from the first Iron Man movie. It looks similar. It's using that black hair, which has been used on a lot of minifigures, which doesn't entirely work for Wong, but I could see why they used it. It's really generic hairpiece, but I think it kind of works. Like I said, that jacket covers his torso, which makes this minifigure really exclusive, which I like the printing. It's really nice. You can see that sash goes onto the legs as well, which makes it better. Looking on the back, the basic hoodie looks really fluffy. No other face, which kind of sucks to be honest, but I could take for what we have. And it's I don't want to say it's a simple minifigure, but it is kind of. It's a good minifigure, I'd say. These two are pretty good. So I want to focus on this before we get to the main build because it's a weird inclusion where it's just like this bug monster. I think it's nice, but it's just kind of like a weird inclusion. I'll say exclusive. Basically, you have these mixel ball joints to help make it move around easier, you know, so you can get as many angles as you want. You can open up the crab arms like this, so you can hold a minifigure in place, I believe, like so. You know, you can do that. Same build on the other side, just flipped. It's really posable, so that's cool. Focusing on the head, it has this like rock kind of look, and like these green eyes. It's hard to describe this because there's no like real reference towards the movie, I don't think, so it's just kind of weird. Here you could see some like sticker to help make it look more detailed instead of just making it look like a robot, so you could tell that, oh, it's actually supposed to be an actual creature. You can see more of the build towards the back. which kind of looks unfinished. Like if you just have it like that, it just looks unfinished towards the back. Kind of looks like you just got lazy. It's like, just finish it off. I think that's supposed to be like the tail, which, like I said, it's just weird. And you can see the legs, which are these like ivy pieces, I believe that they're called. Thorn pieces. I don't know the specific name. That are supposed to be the legs, which are a different build, which is nice, but it doesn't work all the time. You have to have it in a specific way. Otherwise, it's going to slump over like that. It's very easy to push down, and that happens, which is a bit annoying, but it works. It's a weird build, I'd say, because it's supposed to be that conflict in a box kind of deal. That's how Lego sets are supposed to work, but it's just kind of weird. So here we have our main build, the Sanctum workshop, and there's a lot, but I'm gonna go through this quickly as I can, so this video doesn't go too long. So we'll start with this, and then the build at the back. Focusing on the left, there's a lot of like items, if you will, random stuff like this egg, this, I think it's supposed to be a telescope, I guess, random crystals, this small stuff, like a toolbox back here, like a little cauldron, this weird build, a lot of random stuff, if you will. There's also this web that's nice, I guess. It's a bit weird, but whatever. There's like the tiny, I said giant for a second, tiny little like potion, I guess, hiding behind the computer. Like I said, it's a bunch of random stuff. I think it works, but it's just kind of weird to look at. Ooh, there's also this piece, ignoring the boombox, that, like, I don't know what it's called, but it's a really cool piece. Also, there's the boombox. Let's look at the chest for a second, because it's an interesting thing. Where the build is just this. It's just two tentacles, but you slide it right in the middle, so it looks like it's like, you know, trying to jump out of the chest. It's a nice build. It's kind of cute, to be honest. We also have the computer here, which is a nice simple build. We have the chair that can like spin around 360, so that's pretty useful. Simple table with a cookie and a mug, red mug to be specific. A very simple computer build, which is nice, with like sticker with like a bunch of like, in the back you could see Mysterio, which is really neat, and an image of, I believe, Spiderman saying who. It's weird. It's a weird set. Moving towards the right side, which I think is slightly worse, just because it's weird to imagine a workshop in like a magic place, you know? It's weird. So we have this like candlestick that is a pretty nice build. I just have to set this down for a second, because I just want to show you real quick that a minifigure can hold it like this, which is pretty neat. And I guess if they wanted to, they could hold it like this. It kind of looks like it's like a three-way gun, just it's I've never had this piece before, so it's really cool. And I don't know, it's a really nice decoration. So focusing on the workshop for a bit, there's this like gaming couch with a controller. Pretty nice, I gotta say. This like little stool that if you open up, it's kind of hard to tell, but there's some like diamond, some crystals in there, a green and a red one. You can actually open these drawers up and show that there's some tools in there. Pretty neat. There we go. There's also this and this back here, which is pretty neat. And I like this piece because it's a Chima piece back from like 2015. It's really cool that they're still using it. There's also this like bottle that's clearly beer, but you know, it's a kid set, so it's probably just like a bottle of water or something, or root beer. And we have this like tool display, which is actually pretty neat. I really like how it's all displayed, so you can easily just grab it. It's a really nice build for the tools, and you can see as well. There's this weird bike just hanging on the side. You could take it off, of course. Just oh. Sorry about that, but I just wanted to show the bike more close up. It's a weird looking bike. Like, it's nice, but it's just kind of weird, you know? It's definitely odd. You can slide MJ, for example, and you can twist her arms, like so. There we go. So, you can have her riding the bike if you wanted to. What an awful bike rider. Her legs doesn't go all the way, but just pretend it is. It's a nice bike. It's just kind of like, it's a weird shape. Focusing on this, which is a really nice build, but I will say that all this detail, like, it's all stickers, so you have to put it in a specific spot, otherwise it's gonna look bad. Which was honestly kind of annoying to do. And the fact that it's not all even makes it worse, just because like this side's slightly shorter than this side. That really bothers me. And I kind of wish this was printed and stuff, just like stickers. Which kind of sucks and was annoying to build, but hey, nah, I guess it's fine. But let's focus on the back here. We have a little spider. Relaxing. I'm trying to figure out the best angle for this. You could see towards the top. You can see the crystal towards the top in the pink color, which is nice. This little trophy. Some like rock detail, which is pretty nice build. And this like little I don't know, like bowl that I believe Doctor Strange uses for his like little spell in the movie. I haven't seen the movie yet, so I don't know what it does. But I'm glad they included it at least. It's pretty nice, I guess. And just focusing on the back for a second, moving these two out of the way. Obviously, you're not supposed to look at the back, but it's just good just to see. And it's not awful, to be honest. And of course, you know, this is kind of weird to look at. We have this little blue scorpion. Just, yeah, overall, it's a pretty good build. I just kind of wish this part was not there. So, overall, I gotta say it's a pretty good set. I like the I guess it's supposed to be the basement. And this side over here, at least, I like how like, chaotic it is. Kind of shows that he just kind of stuffed them, like in the storage area. This part, you could probably do without because it's not my favorite. I kind of wish it wasn't there. And it was just more of this. I like the little bill at the back. And while the creature is weird, it's not a bad build, like I said. And, of course, the minifigures are great as well. So, it's a pretty good build, I gotta say. It's a pretty good set for 40 bucks as well. And it's not a bad price. So, yeah. I guess I'll see you in the next review. See ya.